This one's about you're not responsible for anyone. And do like and subscribe. And my content, trust my content is inspirational. So yeah, this one not responsible for anyone. In many respects, you're responsible to everyone in regards to whom and wherever you're going through in your normal everyday goings in life, whatever you're doing, that you're responsible enough that you're operating in a manner that you should you cause a mishap, should you cause some kind of an issue, you're willing to take the blame, you're willing to take your side of responsibility, and you're willing to change so that it doesn't happen again, right? That is maturity, growing up, right? You could be in a workplace or whatever, and you are very easy, you will be very easy to get along with, as long as you're not getting along with the ones who are difficult, right? And they'll make it tough for you because they don't operate in the same way. Now, you're not responsible for everyone in regards to their whatever their issues are, whatever their ego is. You're not responsible enough to sit with people as they will talk your ear off or try to get sympathy out of you unless you willingly. And that we're talking about in a mature manner with all willfulness, without any kind of manipulation on their part, that you are there 100% to offer support and comfort, or whether you believe that you are going to play a role in that other person's life. You're responsible. You are responsible for your children. You're responsible for certain aspects, and that comes naturally. That comes normally. The thing is, you're not responsible for. You don't owe anyone who, let's say, you've grown up in your life and you've taken your place in society or whatever. Even your parents don't have the right to hold you responsible for things that they are still dealing with, even in their own lives. The ideal situation is parents are really, the Bible says that parents are supposed to store up for their children and not the children store up for the parents. So mature ideal parents build a certain level amount of um, an environment for you to grow up in and to basically grow out. So they build an environment that is where they understand themselves that they take responsibility where the responsibility is rightfully due. So they don't pass on their issues onto their children. They don't pass on their stuff unless their child is willing, and they give their child that freedom, okay, to participate in the parent child, parent adult uh, 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 exchange. You as you're establishing yourself, your life, getting to know you, growing by other people's influences. What strikes you as boring or what strikes you as exciting, all of these things, it's gonna become you. And I trust along the way that you are going to be opening up the veil, the spiritual veil, and asking God, "Who are you? Are you really out there? I want to get to know you." And He will reveal Himself to you because He's said clearly in His Word that He revealed Himself through His Son. So when you saw Jesus Christ on this earth, this is God whom you can't see. He's the image of the invisible God. Everything that you can see about Jesus says, "Those who know me know my Father," right? Without Jesus, there's no God, period. Getting back to be on topic, and it is on topic in many ways because you're responsible to God, okay? God is so wholesome. He doesn't hold you responsible for him in any way because he exists with or without you. And he doesn't need you to exist, but you need him to exist, right? The things about other people like to come along and play God in your life. And they like to make it that you are somewhat responsible to them and you are responsible for them. These are the people who willfully take steps, small steps along the way in their life to dictate, delegate, and establish that they have a godhood. They are supreme. They are superior. They're the special specials. They're so special, but you don't really count. You're so important, but that's about it. But I'm special, so special. This is how they operate. And these kind of folks, you're not in any way, shape, or form responsible for them, period. You're not responsible when they fall. You're not responsible for when they go broke. You're not responsible for when they have a bruised ego. You're not responsible when something bad happens to them. Out of common decency, you'll be responsible depending on who they are in your life. You will probably offer a certain level of common decency to them because that's normal. But when it gets to the place that where you believe that your strings, the heartstrings are being tugged on for more than what you just gave, then you step away from, you're not responsible for them. You're not. And you'd be amazed at how many people in this life don't take accountability for their life. These people will find so many different ways under in the ozone of their own world that somewhat their hemisphere, their atmosphere includes your sunshine. How dare you not shine on me? I mean, could you see the earth talking to the sun if it had a voice to say, how dare you not shine in some days in different areas of my planet? Well, the sun couldn't care less, right? Because the sun in all of its blazing heat couldn't care less. The sun exists, so does the earth. And that's how you need to treat your existence. That everything has its own existence, has its own planetary design and purpose in however it's going to exist. The more you contribute in the manner of decency, that when you offer a responsible action to somebody, you offer it from the responsible place. See, when you're responsible and you are a responsible person, it means that you take care of your own business. You know how to do what it takes in the manner of discipline, in the manner of principles to be everything that you are right now. Nobody has a right to come and demand or expect the benefits of what you have. They don't. And your basis on thriving is not on the other person who is just simply surviving. Some people like to survive, but they don't want to thrive. See, your very life, when it becomes bigger and better and wholesome, you teach people about what responsibility looks like. So they are without excuse. Your very life is given off the aroma of what responsibility looks like. So therefore, that's as far as you should go with people. That's as far as you should go. Your contribution is your very light. That's what the Bible says. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. That they may see, not that they may come and take Not they become and reap the benefits of all that, but they may observe and watch. Fortunately, we don't live in a world with a whole lot of good men and good women, it seems, as time went on. So people choose to take the irresponsible place. And because they are irresponsible with their own lives, you are not given any kind of okay or go ahead in being responsible for them, to feed them, to change their diapers, to burp them when they needed to be burped, to basically go out of your way to buy the next toy that they would like. You're not responsible for any of that. And the harsh truth of the matter, I'll leave you with this, is that the fact about responsibility, it is a high level of responsibility, and it just takes a certain amount of a gut wrenching to see people suffer that you refuse to be responsible for, because those people have had enough given to them to be responsible. And God, in so many times, He will tell you to back off. And that is a responsibility you have to accept. You must accept. God's responsibility to His creation is to teach them and correct them. It is not your place. You're not, and you shouldn't take the place of God in people's lives, because all you will really do in the end is God will back away from you and you will experience their consequences. That is serious, because I've had that happen. The very things that is going on in a metaphysical level around their lives began to come over, jump my fence, and come over into my life. Why? Because I willfully gave them permission to be irresponsible. And that's the thing, is you can't take responsibility for people's lives. That's just it. You got to learn responsibility. Anyway, I thank you, and I trust it's being an inspiration for you.